Did they make fun of Wow? Did they make fun of old boy?
Oh boy. Oh boy, I got a little hot today. How we doing?
Just gonna put Wow on the shelf.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna put hunters. Hunters is my new word because our defense is starting to play football the way I envision our defense playing. There's a lot of good players on that side of the ball, and we have a lot of good players on the offensive side of the ball. But the defensive side today, they wanted to show up and play, and that's to me, McClain, Seymour, Tommy Kelly, Cameron Wembley, Huff, Branch, Rout. I mean, those guys, they have the potential to be as good as they want to be, and I'm challenging them to be great. And it makes it tough for our offensive football team, and I know they can when they want to. But here's the deal: I want them to do it all the time. That's just my expectation, and I expect our offense to fight back. And there at the end, we started fighting back. But that's the nature of football. But I'm very proud of the progress of this team. Very proud of where we're headed. We're by no stretch of the imagination where I want us to be or where we need to be. But let me tell you, this group is working, and that's all you can ask. And they're becoming something. You guys keep hearing me say that, and I truly believe that this football team is becoming something. We're learning how to grind. We're learning how to compete. We're learning how to understand situational football and play within those situations the way I think you need to play.
What do you mean when you say that they're learning how to do these things? Because it's got the connotation that they didn't do it last year.
That's not what I'm saying, because everything is a new beginning. I don't care what happened last year, and I was a part of last year. Last year's last year. It's now, and when I look at our football team, I don't take anything for granted. I can't walk in there thinking, well, they know. I don't think that's fair. This is a new beginning, clean slate for our whole football team. So we start from ground zero and we work our way up to where we need to be. So no, it's not a negative connotation as to what went on here a year ago, because I was here a year ago. So excuse me if that's the point anybody thinks I'm making. What I'm telling you is this team is starting from the beginning. Everything we do, how we teach them, how we coach them, how we push them, how we motivate them, how we go about our business, because it's my vision now and has nothing to do with anything else. We wiped that slate clean. We have started over, and this is where we're headed.
How do you think Bush looked after
being He looked good. He's in shape.
Give him the ball.
Absolutely. He's in shape, and obviously, as I said to you guys the other day, we have to be very careful because I haven't been around him to know what kind of shape he's in, but he looks great. He felt like Michael running on the field. He felt quick and fast, and he looks lean to me, which is great. I mean, the guy's worked out and has done a great job of getting his body prepared for football. So we're glad to have him back.
You said you knew when the other day you intimated that you knew when he would be back. Did you know all along it was going to be today?
No, I'm not going to tell you I knew today or the time or anything like that, but I know he would be. Michael means a lot to this football team. I mean, we handed him the ball last year, and he had a tremendous season. And I think he wants to be here. I think he understands his role, and he does a great job in that role.
How important is it to have two backs now?
I think it's very important. I mean, it's hard for a back to play 16 straight regular season games and not get at some point in time nicked up. So I think you got to always have quality players back there. And again, our organization has done a great job of making sure that we have good players, and our players are starting to really grow and become what they should become.
What did you think of Boss out there today?
I thought he was awesome. I mean, for him just to step in, walk right in. We do a lot of different things on offense, and he picked it up. And I think as he goes every day, I think we're a couple days away from seeing Kevin at his best, because once he learns the terminology and learn his teammates, and Jason gets a feel for him and our other quarterbacks get a feel for him, that guy's a big target. I mean, he's a big man, and he can catch it, and he's pretty agile running up through there. So there's going to be some good things there.
Brought in a couple of receivers today. Jackson, and I can't remember where the other one was, but is that an indication?
Derek Hagan?
Yeah, is that an indication that we're not going to, obviously not going to see Darius or Lewis in the first preseason game, and you just need some guys out there or more guys? Well,
we just need more guys. Yeah. I mean, it's not that we're not going to see anybody. I don't think any of that's been determined, but I think the key is we got to be able to practice, and as you guys see, we practice pretty fast and pretty hard, and if you only have 5 guys, it's hard for those 5 guys just keep taking a bunch of reps. Again, the health of our football team is very important, and we don't want to run the other guys that are practicing in the ground, and we also don't want to take a chance of doing something to the other guys and trying to get them back too fast. So we have to do a great job of that.
Is Justin Smiley no longer on the team, or?
Well, Justin Smiley has made a decision to retire. He has, and what a man. He came in and seen me today and said, "Coach, this is just not for me, right now." And I respect that. The great thing about this place, as I told you, this is hard work. Everybody can't do this. If your mind and body is not ready to do this on a daily basis, it's tough. And he said, Coach, thanks for the opportunity, but my heart's just not in it anymore, football. He says, so nothing against you, the Raiders, or anything. Thanks for the opportunity, but I just can't do this anymore. And I respect that.
A lot of Stefan Wisniewski at left guard today. Is that something you're going to be doing all through training camp?
Absolutely.
Guard?
I mean, yeah.
You think you need to make a decision which way he would go?
I think we played Denver, and there's a while now. I mean, again, I'm gonna let these moving pieces unfold. He's one of our better linemen. There's no question about that. And he's doing a tremendous job. And Sammy's in there. And right now, I don't know exactly how that's all gonna go. And that's the beautiful part. We have the pieces. Now it's just getting all the pieces in the right spot. And I think we'll do that as we continue to move forward.
How much of an acclimation period is there with Bush? I mean, you go more and more each day.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't want to give him the full boat, I want to take a chance with him, but I think as we keep moving forward each and every day, we give him a little bit more and a little bit more till we get him to where he needs to be. I think the biggest thing for players right now is just I think our team is starting to get their legs back. They've been through that grind a little bit. It's a process, this thing. You got to push them through that, and then they'll come back and their legs will get back underneath them, and they'll understand the tempo and all those things that happen on the football field, and then you get your team. I mean, do I think we're close? No. But I think we're not very far away. When I say close, not very far away from that happening.
Saw Bruce Campbell over there pushing some sleds and some dummies. When do you think he'll be back?
I think he's very close. I mean, what day? I'm not going to guess what day, but when he gets out there, you'll see him out there because I think he's getting very close.
Looked like Hayward Bay was ready to get on the field, but I didn't see him on there. Is that you protecting him?
Yeah, absolutely. Until guys are totally healthy, do I want to put him out there? I just think that's bad coaching on my part. If I ask a guy to go do something I think he's not physically ready to do, I want to make sure guys are totally healthy. Some guys you can go fast with. Some guys you have to take a little time with. But the most important thing is getting them out there when they're ready to play so that they can have the best chance of competing the way the Raiders compete.
Are there more things you can do with playing this year with another year of experience now that he's been around in terms of...
He is a tremendous football player. He's very smart. He understands the game. He thinks the game. What I'm trying to get him to do is understand that this defense flows through him because he gets to see it all. Richard's a veteran, obviously, but McClain gets to see the offense. Richard's hands down in the ground. This guy needs to be the unquestioned leader of our defensive football team, and he should be and he can be. And that's what I expect from him. And I'm always in his ear because I know what this young man can be. And he's a really, really good football player, but I'm asking him to be great. I'm not looking for him to be good. I want number 55 on this football team to be great.
What happened with Shillings out there? It seemed like he was a little slow to get up, and then we didn't see him back in there with the first team.
Oh, he was okay. I mean, it's like anything. He hit the ground pretty hard. Again, I'm a err on the side of caution with all of our players. Nothing's wrong with him. I mean, we just took him out and make sure he's okay. If a guy gets a little, right now, if you have a little stinger, a little anything, you better make sure you're sure of it because you haven't been around the football team. And so that's all it is. Everybody, we're going to be very cautious with this team until we get them to our medical staff, and I think we got one of the greatest medical staffs in football. But I have to do a great job of making sure these men are up and able to play each and every day.
So that's why when you call for the ones, it was Denarius Moore and Sean Bodiford?
Absolutely. Yeah, guys have been taking a lot of reps, and I'm sure those two guys are ready to go, and Coach Lau said take them. It's like next man up, as I keep telling you. Those were the next two guys up. Put them in there. Let's go.
You said Michael means a lot to this team. Can you articulate sort of what? I mean, obviously brings physical presence.
Because you just said it. You can't do it with one guy. And you said it best just then. He's a very physical football player. I think there's a lot of safeties across our division and league that don't like running into him. He knows how to run the ball, whether it's outside, inside, everywhere. So he knows what it takes to win up here. And Michael's going to contribute to this team and contribute well.
Can you talk about what you've seen from Lewis Rankin in preseason? In training camp so far?
Lewis Rankin has talent. Obviously he's a guy that's been here before, and I'll never forget that preseason game. It was last year. Seeing the ball going right down the sideline. They say, "Hey, coach, that's Lewis Rankin. He used to be here. Ran for a touchdown." And that's what I see on the field. I mean, he's elusive. He's tough. He's running physical. He hasn't missed a day. He's dependable. He's accountable. I mean, and that's what we're looking for. Guys that can just keep going. And that's what he's doing. And he's giving himself an opportunity to make this team.
You described Boss as a big target. It seems pretty striking. A lot of big guys out there, but he really
he's big.
How much of a weapon can that be?
Oh, gosh. Just throw it up there. Let him go catch it. Every now and then, just toss the ball up there. Boss catch the ball. Okay. It's nice to have a guy like that. I haven't been around many guys that tall playing tight end, but not only is he tall, but he can really catch the ball. And he's very smart. And I think he's a decent, very good blocker. I'm going to see more as we go. But this guy has it. That's why we put him on this team. He has some skills, and we're going to make sure we showcase those skills.
How's Jason look to you?
How'd he look?
Yeah.
He looked like he took a day off the other day. That's all it was. I mean, it's like any player. You go, you take a day off, you come back, and all of a sudden we throw a whole bunch of new offense at him, and here we go. But Jason Campbell is the star of this football team and doing great and leading this team, and I'm excited about it. And the thing I like the most, sometimes it doesn't go right, but Jason Campbell keeps his poise, and that's what a quarterback has to do. Your team's got to know that when things get a little off, all of a sudden you're not going to all of a sudden cave in. He doesn't cave in. It's like, coach, give me the next play, let's go. And that's the way it should be. That's the kind of quarterback I want on our team.
What kind of adjustments or tactics have you had to use with the lack of double sessions this year? Practice today.
Quite a few. I mean, it's called coaching. It's coaching 101 right now. We get out there, we have a great walkthrough. We try to teach them in the morning and test them in the evening. But sometimes you got to throw that all out the window and line up and play football. You got to run into each other, because that's what this game is. And I keep telling everybody, the team that we're trying to build here is not a team that's been here, in my opinion, in the last 8 years. We're going to be a tough, rugged football team that's going to walk with a swagger and play the way the Raiders used to play. That's what I want, that's what I demand, and that's what my players are going to give me. Is that it? Thank you.
Thank you.